It's a lunch hour in Vegas, and we're on the dot with Dot and Mia here on PHLV Radio. Moving to Vegas, there's no better time than now. So what are you waiting for? Call Benjamina today at 702-281-9063. Mia is also on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. You can also visit www.benjaminamiacasino.com and view available homes anytime. Remember, the house wins when you bet on Benjamina Mia Casino. On the Dot is presented by Benjamina Mia Casino. Licensed real estate professional since 2008. License number S01669991 LLC.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Las Vegas. Hello, world. Welcome to On the Dot. I don't know what time you're watching this, but we are airing this on a Wednesday, July 9th. Tama, Mia?
Yes. No, July 9, yes, Wednesday.
Yes. Second Wednesday of the month. Happy birthday to my son-in-law.
Happy
Pwede tayong
birthday.
Si Danny Zizek. Ay, hirap naman. No?
He was our guest before,
Austrian.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Birthday.
And you know what? If you invested in crypto, it's really very good now.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
our guest. When was that? 4 years ago? 3 years ago?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. And he said he's doing really very great. Very good. So anyway, that's not our topic. Crypto is not our topic today. So meron ka pang i-intro, Mia, before we introduce our guest?
Wala naman. How was your fourth?
My fourth was very noisy lang outside.
Oh,
We didn't go anywhere. How was yours?
I spent it with friends.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
July 4. Oh, we did the parade at Summerlin.
Yes, you did. Kasama ba itong guest natin? Did he do
No,
the parade? No.
no, hindi. I don't know where he
Alright.
was, but he's part of our group. Filipiniana did the parade at the patriotic parade. So we did the Igorot dance, the different Igorot dances at the Summerlin parade. It was well received by
Oh,
the.
that's very good. I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you, Mia.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we were very fortunate to be invited by Tita Luz, Philippine
Mhm.
Charity, and yes, Filipiniana was there. So yeah, we're very happy to do it.
Yes, mabuhay. Mabuhay si Filipiniana.
Yes.
Okay. So sige, introduce natin yung guest natin.
So our guest is also from Filipiniana. He is our treasurer, current treasurer, and he is also the branch manager at Silver State School Credit Union, and he was the former branch manager at US Bank. As I said, he's the treasurer of the Filipiniana Dance Company of Las Vegas, studied business at UNLV, and he heads Playhouse Basketball, which is what we're going to talk about today. Our guest, Mr. Rolly Uclaray. Is it Uclaray or Uclaray?
Either or, I'll take it. I'll take it. Sounds
Either
great.
of the
Sounds
two
great.
will know.
Yeah. Thank you
Welcome to the
guys so much
show.
for having me. Thank you. I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for having me on your guys' show.
Thank you very much for being here. How could you be a manager of all those things when you're only like 12 years old? You look like 13, maybe 15
Oh
tops.
man, that's so
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of you.
But you are. You look so very, very young. So
Thank
probably
you.
it's probably because of the sports that you're engaged in.
He's
I think
single, that's why.
that is key. Singles key, but I think a lot of it is because I'm around younger kids. I'm around the youth a lot, and I think they keep me young in the heart. I think that's the
Oh,
key.
perfect. That is correct. That is so true, Mia.
And
When I
you
was
know what?
teaching, yeah.
He travels a lot. He's always traveling.
Yeah, traveling is my addiction for sure. I always tell everybody we live in Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is a melting pot of different cultures. And
Mhm.
it's one thing that you read stuff in books or you watch something in a movie versus going there in person and really learning about other people's culture. And how do I bring that back here to Las Vegas to understand everybody and their point of view how life works in society. And I just enjoy it. I think that's the key thing is just learn as much as you can. You're never too old to learn. And then how do you apply it when you come back from vacation?
Galing. O,
And
di,
not ask how many godchildren he has.
how many godchildrens do you have? Godchildrens, huh?
Drum roll. I'm blessed. When I say blessed,
Godchildrens.
I'm very, 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 very blessed. I have 34 god kids.
Imagine
Oh
that.
my
Imagine
goodness.
his Christmas
Oh
gift.
man, birthdays, Christmas, you name it. I think life is all about balancing, and I think that's the beauty of it. Is how do you balance everything that you're involved in as well as your family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
Life's too short. I always say that
Mm-hmm.
life's too short. Be present as much as you can in everyone's life. I think a lot of it stems from like growing up. There was so many people in my life, and now that I'm older, right? It was that one teacher that paid attention to me that made a big impact in my life. It was that one person that believed in me that made me believe in myself. So I think how do I give that back not only to my god kids but to my friends and my family, the different organizations I'm a part of. I think that's why I like to stay busy because you
Oh,
never know what someone's
wow.
going through. Yeah.
Correct. Oh, grabe no. Hindi pa tayo nag 5 minutes, pero grabe na ang wisdom ni Rolly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. So, where do you travel? What's your Europe, Asia, North
Yeah,
America, Africa?
growing up, one of my goals in life was to go to all 50 United States before I turned 40, and then 40 different countries before I turned 50. So blessed to say I hit all 50 states by the time I turned 40. Now I'm on my goal to hit the 40 countries, and I'm about at 34 right now. About
Imagine
34.
that. Wow.
Yeah, I just came back from ABC. They call it ABC, Aruba, Bonaire, and Carousel. So I was out there,
Wow.
I think 2 weeks ago. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. But I've been to
Wow.
Dubai, the Philippines, China,
Did you say
Iceland.
Everywhere.
34 countries? Did you
Yeah.
say? And 34 God kids? So 34 is your number.
That's it. Look, I gotta go bet on that 34. Note it down.
Are you 34 years old? Wow,
I am
grabe
not.
naman.
I
Never
am not.
mind. No, like I said earlier, you're only 15. So how could that be? So anyway, that's the mystery of Rolly. So Rolly, before we go further, we have some cards here. These cards are Soul's Journey. The Soul's Journey. And I'm going to ask you if do you want to just are you okay if we pick the card for you?
Yeah. Go for
Yeah,
it. Go for it.
it's not voodoo. It has nothing to do with that. It's not tarot. It's just these are what do you call this? Lesson cards. So because we're not in person, so I'll just ask you to pick a number. Don't tell me it's 34.
The number is gonna be 9.
9 from the top or from the bottom?
Let's go from the top.
Okay. So continue talking, Mia, while I pick the cards
Yeah,
for him.
the
One
reason
card
why
for
I,
him.
I picked number 9 is actually you were talking about birthdays. July 9 is actually my godson Jaikel's birthday. So I want to say happy
Oh,
birthday, my munchkin. Happy birthday to
Oh,
you.
happy
oh, okay.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
20 years old. My goodness, 20 years old.
Okay.
Wow.
All
Yeah, I
right. All
see
right.
pictures of him since he was a little boy.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
20. He's 20 years old now.
Happy
Ugh.
birthday.
So do you have a list of all your god kids
I do. I have it in my phone.
and their birthdays and their
And their
names and their
birthdays,
photos? Oh,
their favorite
Filipino,
stuff.
Pinoy ba sila lahat?
No, actually, majority of it, 90% is.
Oh, okay. Wow. And are they part of your what's the name of your group?
Yeah,
Pinoy
Playhouse basketball. Yeah, some of them
Playhouse
are part of
Basketball.
it. Yeah, so I think growing up, a lot of my good friends all had kids, and so those kids are my god kids. And so I think that's where the relationship is at. I built such great relationship with a lot of my good friends that all their firstborns, if not their firstborn, all their kids, I become their godparent, and I think I'm so blessed to say that they trust me with that. And for
Mm-hmm.
me, at least, I take a lot of pride in it. I think it's not just a title. It's also motivation for me. And I think that's why I'm able to live the way I live is, no, I don't have my own kids, which is fine. 34 God kids keeps me busy. And I think that's why I love the part of that is being able to spoil the younger ones and then give them back. Just give them
Yeah.
back.
Give
You have
them
to deal
back.
with the other part of it.
He has a kid, a dog.
I do. I have my son Kaipo.
Okay.
He just
Yeah.
turned 13 years old last month.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
happy
Yeah, 13.
birthday.
He's a teenager
So,
already.
so let's literally, I'm gonna say, let's keep the ball rolling. Literally. So, you want to tell us about what's coming up for you, Rolly?
Yeah, so I'm a part of Playhouse Basketball. Right now, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. So Playhouse Basketball is a basketball organization, not only here in Las Vegas, we also have a branch in California and Arizona. Playhouse Basketball is a part of the United Filipino, so USFBA, which is the United States Filipino Basketball Association. And being a part of this association, we get to host a tournament around all different cities. And then this year, we're hosting it in Phoenix, Arizona. So the date will
Mm-hmm.
be in August 2nd and 3rd. And what we do is we invite different cities from all around the United States and also in Canada. And then we have about 97 teams that will be competing in 13 different divisions. So we are the hosting organization for this big event. Last year, we were blessed to have it here in Las Vegas. Actually, after Mia was there, she was able to perform at that event last year here in Las Vegas. We wanted to do it back to back in Las Vegas, but unfortunately, because of the size of this event, we just don't have a big enough venue here for a basketball tournament here in Las Vegas in our budget. So since we have a branch in Phoenix, Arizona, we're able to take this organization tournament and go to out there and out in Phoenix.
So,
Yes, actually, this program is brought to you by UPAN, and I did the oath of
oath taking.
sportsmanship
Oh.
last year, for UPAN, and then we performed as Filipiniana during the that event too. So I remember I posted that uh,
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm.
sportsmanship. Yeah, there was so
Yeah.
many kids at last year. You'd be amazed, and yeah, there were so many kids that were into basketball. How many children were there? How many teenagers
Yeah,
were?
I would say over 1,000 at least, over
Yeah,
1,000.
it's a
You know, I
big event.
it's definitely for me culture. The Filipino culture is close to my heart. I was born and raised in a small town called Delano, California. Shout out to my city, back home in California. And I think in Delano, I was brought up in such a big culture of Filipinos out there, where I was participated in Filipino culture, learning about my culture left and right. And I think that's the key thing is how do we keep that alive still? So when I got the opportunity to host this tournament here in Las Vegas, my biggest focus was let's highlight our culture, right? It's great that we play basketball. I think that's the foundation of it, but let's not forget what's all about, right? Let's teach these younger youth what our culture is all about. So with that, we brought the culture, Philippine culture in it to perform. We did things in different art in our culture. We wore the different clothes just to highlight our culture. And I think it was a big eye opener. And I think social media is so strong that you post that and it gets shared to so many different platforms that now, if we reach at least one child to know more about our culture, we succeeded. Because that was less than we would have even reached out there. So culture is very, very important to me. So to be able to put that with basketball, so both of those love together, just makes it simple, right? I think that's the key thing is we're going through society and these kids are losing our culture. And for me, is how do we keep our culture?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
keeps them away from trouble too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true. But you're aware, of course, that basketball is everywhere in the Philippines. You're aware of that, right?
Very aware of it. Very aware.
Everywhere you go, you will find basketball courts. Yeah. Where are you from, sa Pilipinas, Rolly?
My
You were
parents,
born in California,
I
right?
was born in California. I was born and raised in
Yeah.
California. My parents are from Ilocos, so Ilocano, Ilocos by
Ilocano.
Bigan City in that area.
Oh, beautiful. That's a beautiful place. Do you go home once in a while?
Yeah, actually, I think was it 2 years ago? About
Uh-huh.
50 of us went back to the Philippines for my cousin's wedding.
That's a beautiful place. Have you been to Vegan, Mia?
Yes, it's beautiful. The houses, and
Ah,
they preserve the houses, and I fell in love with that city.
yeah, it's so
Yeah.
quaint. Yeah,
Yeah.
ang ganda. And Ilocos, of course, and uh the route going there, it's so beautiful. It's so pretty, no?
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I went there like many years ago, it was probably like a 15-hour drive. Lucky now there's an airport in Lawag City, so now you can fly to Manila, then Manila to Lawag, and then
Oh,
our city is about 2 hours from there. So It's way easier now, but you're right.
Easier.
The
Yeah.
drive is so
But
gorgeous.
you're missing the you're missing the countryside. But yes,
Mm, I,
you're right.
I
You're
get it.
right. You know,
I
yeah, it's
the
okay.
countryside. We live in the countryside, so
Tama.
I see it all.
No
You know,
problem with that.
that Roll is a very, very good dancer, but I can't see him playing basketball. I've never seen him play basketball, to be honest. Do you play?
So dancing's probably my number one. Basketball is probably just for cardio. Just for that's what keeps
I've
me
never seen him play
healthy.
basketball.
Oh, we're gonna have a Filipino basketball tournament then.
Oh goodness.
Paano kaya
I'll do
yun?
I did that in high school and I was doing my layups and my feet was my foot was pointed.
I'm the same. I'm the same. Oh my goodness. If my friends watch this back, they're all gonna laugh. I'm the same. You can definitely see the dancer in us in
Yeah.
basketball. For sure.
My goodness.
Grabe. Ballet ball yan.
Yeah.
Ballet ball.
Kaya naka-point yung toes ko.
And turned out. And turned out.
Grabe.
Pose talaga siya.
Wow, sexy. Nakatuto ka, Mia. Yeah, yeah. So, Rolly, 97 teams. How does that happen? How do you manage 97 teams to compete against each other?
You know, it's definitely not easy. I can tell you that. There is a lot of work that's behind the scenes from a lot of people on our
Mm-hmm.
board to help this happen. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I say it, social media is probably the easiest way to get the word out there. We've been
Mm-hmm.
planning this since last year. Once the term was done, we just started planning for this year. So I can't believe it's already next month. It's like a
Oh,
year
next month
already
na,
has
no?
passed. It's
Yeah.
already next month. The way we plan it, I think it's we have a board that we have open communication to make sure that we're communicating with each other from our if not from our organizations, but other organizations that want to join the tournament itself. Uh, Pre-planning. I think the
Mm-hmm.
schedule is probably the hardest part of it. You know,
August
that
2
it's
and 3, no?
97 teams is not easy. You know, Playoffs Basketball hosts two local tournaments here in Las Vegas, but it's about 45 teams. So very
Yeah.
manageable. So when you go like times two of it, it's like a larger scale.
And do you house all of them in one place or all over Phoenix? Do you
Yeah, so
how are they housed?
we have a housing hotel, but it's optional, right? I think the hotel can't accommodate everybody. So we have
Mm-hmm.
a partnership with one of the hotel that's nearby the venue. But other than that, I think with a lot of like Airbnb that's available, people start booking their own thing. So we don't really, that's
Mm-hmm.
probably not the biggest focus of it. The biggest focus of it is probably the tournament itself. And that's why we went to Arizona is because this gym has 16 basketball courts under one roof.
Oh, galing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so when you talk about house, that means there's gonna be 16 games going on at one time, and everybody will
Wow.
be in that facility. So just think the electricity, how that's gonna be during the weekend
Mm-hmm.
of that tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so excited, so excited.
Yeah, because I can just imagine when we went there last year, it was massive. So like 1,000 people, because the kids bring their parents, right, and their fans, and imagine housing all those, and everybody will be in Arizona. I just can't imagine. That's a lot of people. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but can you imagine
Thousands.
that? One facility. I think that's
yeah,
gonna be so exciting.
wow.
Oh, babasahin ko per line ha ang ad ninyo. United States Filipino Basketball Association's 8th annual intercity basketball tournament. So itong US Filipino Basketball Association, is this the one you're telling me about that's all over the US?
That's correct. So our organization, this is our eighth annual. So we
Mm-hmm.
host that inner city. So there's four cities that are the main base of that, which is
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, Southern California, Texas, Houston, Texas, and then Las Vegas. So we're your main
Okay.
cities, and then we invite other cities to compete into this tournament.
All right. So then this is August 2nd and 3rd in Phoenix, Arizona. So there are divisions here. May nakita pa ako, Mia, 55 over. So you begin with 9U. Earlier before the show, I said, what is
Mhm.
U? 9U, 11U, 13U. Oh, para sa mga katulad kong ignorant, Rolly, tell them what is U.
You.
Yeah, under. So 9 and under, nine
Ah,
and under. Yes. So
nine
Mm.
and
we have to start
under.
them young. And some of these kids have been playing since they were 9 years old, and now they're in the 21 and under division. So can you imagine every
Oh.
single year? And I think that's what we want to do, right? We want to
Mm.
create that culture where they go into their different cities and come back every single year, and they get to watch each other, build these relationships, grow together. And I think that's the beauty of it. We started a 9U, and now the kids are in 11U. And just in a matter of
Mhm.
those 2 years,
The
we
big
look at them like,
chance.
and there's the bond that they create, and they look forward to every single year now. So I think that's what's all about right there.
No,
Mm.
the ages are 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. Tapos girls and boys. Meron pang 19, 21, men's ano to? 5'10", ano to? 5'10 U. Ano yung 5'10"?
So the height. Now we go height. So
Oh,
five, 10, and under.
so when they reach 21 years old, I mean when they're over 21, by height na ang
So
measurement ninyo,
I think you get
ang
to go in
categories.
once you leave that 17U, now
Ah,
you get to either go into a height division, or you go into the
oh,
21U, or if you read in there, there's an open division. So open division means so this whole tournament, you have to be Filipino.
okay,
Yeah, you have
all
to be
right, all right.
accredited. Every single year you're accredited. Once you're accredited into the system, you're good for life. The only
Oh,
exception to that is our girls division. We do allow Asian. And the reason why is
mm-hmm,
because we want to keep the girls division alive. And I think that's one of our struggles right now. So anyone
mm-hmm.
that's watching, if you have any girls that want to join a Asian tournament, we would love for you guys to come out. We want to keep that alive. So support, support, support. But once they turn that age, they have the option either going open or
Mm-hmm.
5'10". So wherever they fall into before they turn 30.
Oh
Oh.
my goodness, meron 30 over. Yung kanina under. Ngayon naman may over. Mia. Men's open, ladies open, 30 over, 40 over, 50 over, and 55 over.
So there's not a lot of women that play basketball?
There's not a lot of Asian women that play
Ah,
basketball.
talaga.
Yeah,
Ah,
because I
interesting.
think women's basketball, I think it's bloomed a lot, but it's hard to find. You know what? It's because we compete, right? And I think that's what USFBA also is great about is we have players that aren't as tall as different ethnicities.
Ah,
So when you're playing
okay.
in these different teams, these different AAU teams or high school teams, sometimes you get shadowed behind, right?
Mm,
Because you're playing against people that are different ethnicities that were just born differently. 6'5", 6'6".
Oh yeah.
What is the average height for
Okay.
Filipino? Probably 5'7", maybe, for
for
Yeah.
men.
women, for Asian siguro ano pa, shorter pa pag
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So
Mm.
USFBA
Oh,
gives that platform for for them to play in this tournament
Mm.
equally.
Mm.
wow. Oh, sige. Down the line, it says $500 fee. Fee for what? For
So in
each
order for you to
person?
join a tournament, so per team, per
Oh, per
team.
team.
Per team.
Mhm.
Okay. And
Mm.
the first 100 teams only. So may 97 teams na
We hit
kayo.
97 this year, yeah. We
Wow.
Are
hit
you
over
still
100. Actually, we hit over 100, but we do have a hard deadline, and you have to make
Mhm.
your full payment, accreditation,
Mm.
and since teams haven't hit that, we did fall below the 100, which is okay. Let's not celebrate 97 teams. This is such a huge number still.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think because there's so much pre-planning that there's these hard deadlines that I think people don't understand that we ask for it so we can pre-plan for a successful event.
Of course,
Yeah,
yeah. So fully paid na lahat
fully
as
paid.
of today.
As of last month.
As of last,
Yeah.
wow, matagal na. Galing naman. Oh, tapos ang info, ang contact, ikaw lang mag-isa. Is this your
Yeah,
number here? How
that
do you
is
handle
Rolly
all
is very organized. You won't believe
how,
it.
how do you
Yeah.
handle all that?
Yeah.
I will tell your number. I will say your number. 702-301-7858.
I'm looking for an
Rolly,
RN. So if you're R no. That's a different date. That's a
grabe.
dating show. Different show, different show.
In
So all of these,
specification pa siya ng ng job.
wow.
RN pa talaga.
Oh my
Blind date. Oh man, we
goodness.
have to do a different show, huh? Set me up on a
Registered
blind
nurse pa
date.
talaga gusto. Ano ba?
Mia, mag-blind date kaya tayo sa ano,
Oh,
on air sa
oh,
February.
Specification pa siya talaga ng profession. Kasi
Ano
aray
ba
ko.
talaga? What are we talking about?
At
Basketball
least, di
ba or
ba,
dating?
ganun daw talaga pagka manifest ka, di ba? You have to be specific. Ito naman talaga sinabi niya on air.
Ah, well, you have to take your opportunities.
you never know. You never
Being
know. You never
presented.
know.
Yeah. We never know.
I paired you with an RN now. What happened there?
Alam mo naman, we have 3 million viewers, Mia. So there's really a huge possibility na
You
there's an
never
RN out
know.
there.
Ay, nako. Ito
Mag-break muna.
talaga.
Mag-break muna kaya tayo. Mag-break tayo. When we come back, we will have more laughter. Okay,
Okay.
stay with us. All right.
Moving to Vegas? There's no better time than now. So what are you waiting for? Call Benjamina today at 702-281-9063. Mia is also on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. You can also visit www.benjaminamiacasino.com and view available homes anytime. Remember, the house wins when you bet on Benjamina Mia Casino.
Okay, welcome back. And are you still laughing? We're still laughing.
We're good.
Okay.
We're good. We're good.
We're back at On the Dot, and we are being entertained. Tayong ini-entertain ni Rolly Uclaray. Uclaray. Rolly, welcome back again. Mia,
Thank you. Thank
mag-ano
you.
ka muna, Mia? Introduce mo muna yung yupaan kasi you mentioned yupaan earlier.
Yes, this show is brought to you by PHLV Radio and in cooperation with the University of the Philippines Alumni Association in Nevada, UPAAN. And if you are a graduate of the University of the Philippines, any chapter, you're welcome to join for $75 lifetime membership. Just give me a call at 702-281-9063 or email me at miaamcasino@gmail.com or visit our website at www.upaanv.com. You can apply online. And once you're a member, you can join us at the Grand Reunion and Convention in Phoenix, in Houston, Texas on October 17 and 18 for the Grand Reunion. Dot, you want to talk
Yes,
more about the Grand
that's
Reunion?
yes, that's a grand reunion. I'm amazed that Rolly can be a fantastic organizer
Oh, he
of
is,
of
yeah.
a million people. Pero
Mhm.
tayo sa grand reunion, it's
But
it's
aabot din
it
yun.
takes ano
Yeah.
tawag dito, commitment and dedication to bring together alumni from different parts of the US and the world, to join the grand reunion and convention. And that will be in Houston, Texas. So uh we don't have as many participants yet as you have, Rolly. Hindi pa kami umabot ng 200, but we aim to have at least 200. Plus mas mura yata ang participation fee ninyo, ano?
Team na yun yung 500.
Team yun, tama yun,
Yeah,
team.
team na siya.
Team. So tell us more, Rolly. What does the $500 for the team include?
That's their entry fee to join the tournament. There's a lot of cost that's behind the scenes of it. You think about the venue itself, 16
Mhm.
courts, what that cost looks like.
Mhm.
There's also trophies, they win t-shirts, and there's an opening ceremony. So there's a lot of cost that goes into hosting this tournament. I think one of the great things about our organization that Playhouse is a part of, which is USFBA, is we're not in it for more of the money. Like I said, we're more for the culture, for the basketball, for the community itself. to the point where USFBA has never charged an entry fee to go into and watch these type of tournaments.
Okay, it's for free.
Yeah, so this year, we were gonna host it here in Las Vegas again, but because we couldn't get a venue that would accommodate what we wanted to accommodate in our budget, we decided, based on the feedback from all the teams from last year, is they wanted opening ceremonies indoors, because last year we had it outdoors.
Right. It was
And
so
then,
hot.
yeah, and then they wanted it in one gym, because last year we used two different gyms. So we were able to get that, based on their feedback. So then we brought it to Phoenix, Arizona, got that for them. Now the facility itself is not cheap. It's full transparent, it's not cheap. So with that, there's fee that comes with it. USFBA does not charge for people to come watch, but the facility itself charges. So
Oh,
not only do you pay a fee to utilize their venue per court, per hour, just imagine, right? They
Okay.
charge $7.50, so $7.50 to come and watch, but that doesn't go to us. No profit, that goes straight to the venue itself.
All right.
So we
Yeah.
still believe in not charging just this year because of the request of being in one gym, one facility, that type of thing. The facility does require a $7.50 fee to watch the games.
Oh, yeah. Not bad.
Not bad,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
not bad at all.
my other godson had a basketball tournament. It's like $25 a day.
and
Oh,
it's air
wow.
conditioned
Yeah.
now. It's air conditioned.
Yes, air conditioned, indoor, beautiful facility. I've already been out there to see the facility. Love it.
Mm,
It's just, I'm so excited to see what's that's gonna look like. Just pack. Just think about
mm-hmm.
it, just full of
Mm-hmm.
Filipinos
Yeah.
around having a good time. Just it's gonna be electric for sure.
And it's
Ah,
so
yeah.
comfortable too. If you're gonna watch a basketball game, the audience would like to be comfortable watching too. So
Yeah, and
with
with having 16 courts, we're able to finish by 5 p.m.
yeah.
versus last year we started at 7 a.m. and ended at 10 p.m.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
now we get the capability of finishing early so everyone can go do something after the tournament.
Oh
So
good.
sightsee in Phoenix or go to a restaurant, have dinner with everyone in your team, those type of thing. Last year was very, very difficult because we were limited court time and court locations.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So, your production crew, is that how you call them? People working with you? Um, are they volunteers or what?
You know, it's limited. The source is limited. We call them our playoffs Bam Bam, and it's our group here. It's our family. I think what's good about playoffs basketball is basically a family. And
Mm-hmm.
it comes with the husbands, the wife. So yeah, it's volunteer, but I try to do something special for them with it.
Yeah.
If not, take them to dinners, those kind of things. But yeah, it is
Uh-huh.
majority is volunteer. Takes a lot. I can tell you, it takes a lot to host such a big event like this. And without them, and just being simple, right? I think just being next to me so I can just scream or vent and them not get offended and just know that I just need a moment, right? And them
Good.
understanding that part of it is very important to me. But they're definitely the backbone of this whole event. I get it. I put everything together and I set everything up, but without their support, this wouldn't even happen at all, for sure.
Grabe, no? Really
Mm.
appreciate what you're doing, Rolly. Ang
He's
galing. Ang
a
galing.
very good bank manager too.
Oh, yeah. So how do you manage? How do you said earlier at the beginning of the show, it's about balance. So how do you do that?
Work-life balance is very, very important to me. I think it's something that I stay true to as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people mix that up, right? They talk about work-life balance. You're supposed to just work and then go home and not do work. There's different types that you need to use it for. Maybe some days work might need 90% of you and your personal life might need 10%, or maybe work only needs 40 and your personal life needs 60. That's still balance, right? At the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day, you still get to that 100%. It's when it starts
Mm-hmm.
taking over the other side is where you have to take a step back. For me, I'm very organized, right? I have a calendar on my phone. I have a calendar on Excel. If it's not on my calendar, I probably won't remember at times,
Mm-hmm.
but what I like to make sure is what's important to me. If there's a point where I'm doing something I'm not happy, then I have to reevaluate. Because I think that's what makes it easy for me is to be involved in so many different organizations, to travel, to support my God kids, but I gotta enjoy it. You know,
Mhm.
I have to enjoy it because if I don't, then I'm exhausted, right? Because people always talk about how do you do it? How do you do it? I don't even realize that I'm doing it. It's just so second nature that I've been doing it for so long and that I don't want to miss. You know, I think I just came off graduation season. So graduation season, I mean, I have so many god kids graduating high school, middle school, elementary. So it was driving back to California for the day and then coming back home and then flying out here for graduation. And then I sit back as I went on vacation and I just thought about all that and I said, man, I wouldn't want to miss it for the world. And I think the
Yeah.
biggest thing for them is if they just understand that you're my priority at that time, no matter how busy I am, all I ask is you do the same thing for somebody else one day.
Wait.
Yeah.
Stop for a while. Stop for a while. This is so juicy. This is so good. I've never met anyone who takes God parenting seriously
Oh
at the
yeah, he
same time
does.
so
Oh yeah,
joyously,
yeah. He does.
serious and joyous.
Mm.
So, wow. And you're saying something like you have to have fun, you have to enjoy it because if you don't enjoy it, you get exhausted. That's so true. Di ba, Mia? Like if you're so tired and if you're grumpy doing your tasks, my
And
goodness.
sometimes also, you take God parenting as once the baptism or whatever or the confirmation
Mm-hmm.
is done, you're done. But si Rolly, no, he takes it very seriously. He wants to make sure he's there for them during those milestones.
Thank you.
Do they
Yeah.
call you Ninong? How do they call you?
Yeah, Ninong. Yep. I take
Ninong
Ninong all the
Rolly.
time. That's it. Ninong Rolly.
Ninong Rolly. Ang
Yeah.
galing. Oh wow. So I admire you so much, Rolly. I'm so
Thank
glad
you.
that you're here as a show because that's very inspiring, Mia. Thank you for bringing
Thank you.
him to this episode. Your card, did Mia send you your card that you
Oh, I
pulled
didn't, but I
that
can
we
I can read it to him.
aha.
Or should I show it? Ay, mahirap
Hindi
pala.
mo hindi mo ma-show eh. Oo, kasi
I'll read it to you, Rolly.
Go ahead.
here it
You
is.
will
Yeah.
flash it. Yan. Can you
Ooh,
read it?
change. Kinda. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Oh wow. Change. You know,
Change.
the first thing that comes to my mind is, ooh, this deep. Uh, be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
know, I think that was the first quote that came to my mind, and I live by that. When I say I live
Mm-hmm.
by that, is you have people, and I think I do this in my professional life as well as my personal life, and you have people that can sit and complain about things, and I always tell them, if you're gonna complain, do something about it then,
Mm-hmm.
right? What can you do? Not what can't you do. You're gonna sit and complain about something. Let's sit together and see what we can change to make it better.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
think that's such a big crucial of life in general is we're so quick and it's in our culture. And I think it's so big in our Filipino culture. You know, I met with a nonprofit organization in Arizona at a conference with them. And we're trying to do some kind of partnership to send everyone to these Filipino local owned businesses in Arizona at our event, right? To support their local businesses, keep the Filipino community going. And one of the things that we were talking about is our culture's so quick in like competing with each other that if we just support each other, how big would our Filipino culture name be out there in this world?
Mm-hmm.
It's something
Mm-hmm.
so simple as that is being able to put down your walls. Let's not compete. Let's support, right? If you support one another, then our culture would be bigger than what it is right now. And I think that's one thing that we're trying to move one day at a time, that needle to do. And I see we've done better,
Mm-hmm.
but we gotta do better. We just gotta do
Yeah.
better with that. I think that's the change that I would love to see. I see it,
Yeah.
but just not as fast as I want to see it. But little growth is growth, and we gotta celebrate
Yes.
just a little growth for sure.
That's exactly what your card says. Nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So that's part of change, right? Because you earlier in the show, you said that you want to promote Filipino culture during the tournaments. And that's evolution, that's growth that you are propagating sa community. So perfect. And the movement, of course, movement, basketball. I
Yes.
mean, there's nothing stationary about that. Kahit magtuto si Mia, kahit ano tawag doon,
Lay
lay
up,
up, lay up
lay
siya
up
sa
at the point.
gentle movement, graceful movement,
Very graceful,
Lay
very
up
very
graceful.
front.
graceful. And that's part of change. Movement is part of change. And I like what you say about instead of competition, although the tournament is a competition, but there's an element of cooperation in there. So that's what PHLV stood for or stands for, even up to now, collaboration instead of competition.
Competition.
Yeah, so we grow together by supporting each other, diba? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's enough
Very good.
success for everybody.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
I love
yeah,
that.
there's so much success for everybody, and I would say success is not a secret. Like share it. It's okay to share it. And I think people don't want to share it because they don't want someone to be above them.
Wow.
I'm older in my years, and there's so many people that are so younger than me, and I'm still involved in that. They're like, oh, I wanna travel like you, and I wanna do this, and you have that, and that's great to hear. But I tell them, remember my age different from your age different, right? So you're not gonna get tomorrow. The things you do today will set you up for when you get my age. But if you don't work hard at your age now, you don't get to enjoy it later on. You'll be working hard your whole life. So I also like to tell the youth, I love it. I appreciate all what you guys say about me, but be better than me because you can. You're younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
You have the
Yeah.
opportunity because now, if you need a mentor, I'm here to help you. I'll teach you the
Mm-hmm.
way. There's no secret to it
Mm-hmm.
because
Parang,
sometimes these youth they tend to want to do what they see on social media and then they get into debt. They put in their credit card, they pull loans, and they do things like this. You don't need to live that kind of life.
yeah.
It's not worth it. Trust me. I'm in
Yes.
finance. I've seen people. You don't want to do it, right? Your time will come, but you just gotta work hard now. Work hard now.
Parang, I may have to disagree with you, Rolly, sa sinabi mong work hard because parang bagay sa'yo work joyously.
Yes.
Parang hindi bagay yung hard na,
Yeah.
hard can be so rigid, so stony, so, there's no flexibility in it. But the way you are describing your own life, how you balance this and that, how you find time to travel and have fun, parang bagay sa'yo, work joyously.
No, he
Parang
works very smartly.
yes,
Yeah, he
smart
knows
and
how to,
joyful.
yeah, he knows
Parang mas
how to,
bagay sa'yo.
alam niya mag-manage ng time na
Yes.
using
Yeah.
technology. That's
Uh-uh.
how Rolly is.
Yeah, the
Oh,
secret to that was combine both of your lives.
Yeah.
There was a point in my time where I was working, well, I still work for finance, but in the finance, for some reason I kept my work this way and then I kept my personal life this way. When I was able to just combine that together and like be one person, made life so easy.
yeah.
Mm.
Then
Mhm.
then all my friends were like, "Oh yeah, I do need a car loan. I do need a credit
Yeah.
card. I do need to establish credit." Then I was like, "Why was I not doing this earlier in my career?" For some reason,
Mhm.
I always felt like I got to keep my professional life professional and then my outside. Once I was able to combine those two worlds, life just became easier.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, and I didn't have to play two different roles. I was just able to be Rolly, and then when I go to work, I'm the same person. When I go home, I'm the same person. It just made life easier.
Yeah, there you
Very
go.
Yeah.
Work easy, work smart, work
smart.
happy. Oh, 'di ba? With a passion and with a vision for something bigger than yourself, than
Yeah.
your world at home or at work. So it's bigger. You have a bigger vision for your life. So I love that. Yeah. Okay. Ano pa? Do you have other questions, Mia?
Ako, my
For
question, was there ever a time that the children were rowdy or, was there ever a time that you had to control them during
Always,
competition?
yeah, I mean, always. I think sports or anyone that's competitive, it's in there. Sometimes we take it to the next level that we don't need to. And it's
Mm.
just a matter of just having a conversation and bringing it back down and giving them the why. Like, remember the bigger picture. Yeah, we all want to win first place and get that championship, but what is the bigger picture? Coming together, supporting one big cause. And I think after you cool people down and you talk to them and make them realize it, it's that aha moment in their head of like, you're right. I shouldn't have done that. It's just that. But I think when you're in the moment, I get it because I'm in the moment so many times that then when I step back, I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. So there are like a lot of times that happens. It's just I like to try and catch it before it gets too big of a problem, right? Where it gets physical, because I think physical is where it's just we don't condone it. Like there's no reason for
Right.
anything to be physical. Like if you want to, if have our argument is healthy, right? You get your point across. You get your point across. You either agree to disagree, but just as long as you both get your point across, remember the bigger picture, the why. Why are we here? Type feel.
Yeah.
Because I remember my brother, I used to watch my brother play basketball and they would get into fights in the
Yeah.
Philippines. So yeah, that's why.
Instant. You don't win no money. That's why I'm like,
Right. Yeah,
well,
but
what is it?
they get hot-headed.
But it's the competitiveness in
Right.
people.
Yeah.
I've grown up watching that in everybody, no matter if it was in sports or if it was in dance, it's there. It's
Yeah.
there.
It's a healthy kind of competition that we
Yeah.
want to that you want to espouse, you want to share with the world. Competition, I would even go so far as to say that I'm competing against my own weaknesses. I'm competing against my own limitations. So that's why I'm joining tournaments. Well, I don't. Dorothy doesn't do that, but but what I mean is that if you're a sports person, you're pushing your own limits. You're competing against your own limitations, and the other person, your opponent or your ano yan, your the other person, the other group is your point of contrast, your point of reference, di ba? So ganon. So you parang you push against each other, but in so doing you elevate your own self. I mean, you rise to your
Mm.
own highest potential. So that's the way I see sports, not to compete in order to kill each other, but
Yeah.
but to rise and bloom and expand. Ewan ko, is that relevant to what's
Oh no,
happening to your
very, very
to
relevant.
your
Very, very relevant.
to what you're doing, your advocacy? Does it make sense, or just correct me?
No, it makes a lot of sense because even with that, it's the losses as well, right? I think that's part of the hardest part is how do you pick up a team that lost, that put their whole heart
Yes.
into a game. So you're
Mm-hmm.
right. How do we rise
Mm-hmm.
from this, right? The
Mm-hmm.
game's done. You can't control the loss. Unfortunately, you're gonna lose so many times in your life, and I always tell these to my god kids that are in sports now. When I see them brokenhearted, as much as I want to cry with them, right? I gotta say, okay, take a deep breath. Remember, they're younger than you. They need your support. So, and as I sit down and I tell them, it's done. The game is done. What you can control now is when you go back home, right? And you're at practice and you're whining and you're saying you're tired because, oh, my feet hurts and you lost. Think about that pain when you lost in that championship, when you want to give up, when you want to run one more lap.
Mm.
Remember this hard pain of you let your team down. It was your one free throw shot that you missed, and that's why you guys didn't win. So when you go to practice, every day you go to practice and you're saying you're tired, remember you just let down your whole team. You can control how it's gonna happen moving forward. You cannot control what happened already. Let it go and move.
Yeah, moving forward.
Yeah.
Perfect. 'Di ba, movement din sinabi ng card mo.
It
Oh.
did, it
Moving
did. It
forward.
did, it did.
Tingnan natin kung ano yung quote ni Mia because we're
I
coming
know
to a
it's
close.
correlating then.
We're
My
coming to a
quote,
close, Rolly. Yeah.
Okay.
my quote is from Michael Jordan.
Ooh.
Yeah, talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships.
Oh, wow. Wow, talent and intelligence. I would add emotional intelligence. Sabi nga ni Rolly kanina, no?
No.
What do you do? You lost. What are you going to do about it? 'Di ba?
Mm.
Wow, talent. Again, Mia. Sabihin mo ulit. And then let's have Rolly talk about it. Ano yun?
So talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships.
Love that quote. Heard it so many times. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Talent. So, hindi lang basketball ang talent mo, Rolly. Pati dance. Pati
Dance.
finance.
Yeah.
Pati finance. Pati pagkaninong. Ninong Rolly.
Yeah. Wow. Just
Organ-
blessed. Just blessed.
Organizer.
Yeah. Wow. So, it's like you're a very well-developed individual.
Oh, thank you. You know,
Winner.
I've always, till this day, want to make sure that I just make my parents proud, no matter what. Yeah, no matter how old I am, they're always my forefront on what I do and everything in my life is
Right.
for them. They came in for the American dream, so I don't take advantage. I make sure I take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Awesome. Are they still here?
They are. They both live in California, so you know, and my dad's retired. My mom's almost there, so I try to spend as much time with them as much as I can for sure.
Yeah. All right. So what would be your words of wisdom for our listeners right now and viewers?
You know, my quote, and one of the things that I live by is by Dr. Seuss. You know, why try so hard to fit in when you were born to stand out?
Oh, why try so hard to fit in when you're born to stand out? Oh, the places you'll go.
Oh,
Yan ang-
you'll go.
Oh, I know. Try it. You might like it.
Oh.
Green eggs and ham.
Green eggs and ham. Are you my mother? The cat in the hat.
Great author.
Oh, yeah, it's so fun. Yeah. So you're born to stand out. So thank you for that beautiful quote from Dr. Seuss. I heard someone said Dr. Seuss. So which one is it? Seuss or Seuss?
Swiss.
Swiss. Sios. Sios. Sios Pisos. Shush, Mariusip. Okay. And so I guess it's time for us to go.
Good luck,
Rolly.
Rolly.
So before we go, I want to say thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you guys taking the time and inviting me on your guys' amazing show. Continue what you guys are doing. You know, like I said, it's the movement of collaboration to support one another within our community. Let's continue to do that. Everyone else out there, if you're available on August 2nd and 3rd in Phoenix, Arizona, come out to our tournament. Opening ceremony starts at 8 a.m. The tournament goes from about 8 to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. Opening ceremony is Saturday, di ba?
Yes.
Saturday. Okay, 8 a.m. So have fun, Rolly, and all the blessings for you and your team and everyone else. Okay?
Likewise. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Rolly. Thank you, Mia.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. See you next week. Mwah.
On the Dot is presented by Benjamina Mia Casino. Licensed real estate professional since 2008. License number S01669991 LLC.